Okay, so the big news. I caught this. Someone sent it to me, and I realized, oh my fucking god, this is going to be a really big story. So I slapped together a little feature for it, and I moved it out. This guy, seen down here, kind of looks like Nikocado Avocado when he's fat, at least. Skinny version, maybe Nick in like 20 years. Fat version definitely looks like Nikocado. And he is a former CEO and president of a foundation called Cream City Foundation, which is just a horrific name. And apparently, Milwaukee is also called Cream City, and that's what it's a reference to. But when used in the context of an LGBTQIAP plus outreach organization, it sounds like a little bit on the nose child molestation reference. So, Cream City Foundation is the sponsor of that drag queen story hour. This guy, Brett, what's his name? Brett Blama, charged with 7 counts of child pornography. He was the president, and then he went and ran for public office as a Democrat for the county judge position for children's court. He won and left his foundation to be a full-time judge for the city of Milwaukee. And while an active serving publicly elected judge, transmitted 27 different images and videos of children being sexually assaulted. And if you want to read the actual charges, the prosecuting attorney describes the material. It is like toddler age children being raped. I'm not going to go over the details, but it's there if you want to see it. It's not like if you want to read it, you can look at it. And he's currently on bail for free because of COVID. He was not charged for bail. He's out on promise of returning, and he is allowed unsupervised access to his 2 gay adopted children with his gay lover back at home, completely free to walk back into the loving arms of his gay adopted children and gay husband, while facing a promise to return to court for his 27 images of transmitted child pornography. And 2 of those images were sent directly from the internet at the county government building, which is just remarkable, the audacity to do that. But it makes me wonder if he wanted this position specifically so that he could have unfettered access to hard to find child pornography that was being used in because he's head of the children's court, so maybe he has access to child pornography there, and he's literally just sending it to himself on Kik from the courthouse, images that he would not be able to get otherwhere. By the way, his Kik handle was like dad dom 27 or like 87, like zero birth, like DD Dom Dad or something, which is just horrific. And the thing is that this is the page for the Cream City Drag Queen Story Hour page. It's gone. Here it is. This was deleted today. I remember archiving this fucking page, and I'm glad I did. This was the actual page, and it's just like, oh, isn't it great that this... Look, the little kid in the fucking photo is so nervous. Okay, urgent. I need someone to send me the picture of... It's like a green text copy pasta, and it's like the children's fear, how they know something's wrong, how they can see it, they can smell it, like men and women smell different, and the kid just knows, and there's some sort of like deep fear response being triggered to seeing a man in drag. That's what that kid's experiencing, and I'll read that thing if someone wants to send it to me. This page is fucking gone now because it's caught national and international headlines because it's as I say in the thread, a anti-gay talking point giving human form. But have no fear. If you are a homosexual and you're watching this and you're thinking, oh no, drag queen story hour. We really need this. We really need children to be exposed to drag culture at a young age. This whole story has been debunked. It's false. No, drag queen story hour leader wasn't arrested on child pornography charges. And when I first saw this, I actually thought that the story would be that he wasn't the acting president of Cream City when he was arrested, so therefore he's not a drag queen storytime leader. I also thought they might say, like, he wasn't a drag queen storytime reader himself, like he was just the president of the foundation, so therefore debunked. But no, it's actually stupider than that. And usually when something is blatantly false, right? You'll have a story like this, you'll have it say false, and then the first sentence will be like, on this happened, but here's what really happened. But this one is like paragraph after paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of what really happened, and then it's best summed up in the outro paragraphs. In an emailed statement, Hamelt, who is the president of the executive director of Drag Queen Story Hour at a national umbrella level, told Snopes that DQSH Milwaukee has never been run by Cream City Foundation nor Brett Blom, and neither Cream City Foundation nor Blom have participated in planning, organizing, hosting, or performing any DQSH Milwaukee events, Hamelt wrote. Brett has never held a title or position within our organization ever, Hamelt added. We reached out to Cream City Foundation for comment, but didn't receive a response in time for publication. We'll update the story if we hear back. So they only advertised it and gave them money and sent children there. This guy did. But he didn't actually run the story time. Oh, well, thank fucking God. I'm so relieved to hear that. I'm so relieved to hear that this child molester, who's gay married and gay adopted 2 little boys, mind you, who sits at the head of a county court for children's law, and transmitted pornography of children to other people, including prosecuting attorneys, apparently, only supported Drag Queen Story Hour and sent money to them from their 501c3 charity. I'm so relieved. I'm so relieved that this is debunked, and I feel so much better. Did nobody find the fucking the copy pasta I was talking about? You guys suck. What the fuck's the point of even having this Discord, you useless motherfuckers? Okay, whatever. So the one fuck you too, Skell. I'm kicking you. Piece of shit. So one person who didn't feel Tweezy would have found it. One person who didn't feel too relieved about this story, by the way, is Lilith Lovett. And I want to put it out right now that Lilith Lovett is probably my least favorite tranny, and I will explain why. So this tweet from, when was this? I want to say that this was like last year, around the same time, like in February. So Lilith Lovett, it says, I don't fucking care about drag queens. Actually, it would be really, really hard to do their tranny voice because they sound like they're like a smoker or something. Like, I don't fucking care about drag queens. I don't care if they're performing or if their parents are letting them read storybooks to children. I don't fucking care. Wake me up if anything actually happens. Kids are statistically safer to be around drag queens than with priests. Well, wakey fucking wakey, Lilith Lovett. And I tweeted at them and I said, wakey wakey, and it got deleted immediately, that tweet did. And it exists. This is the full tweet chain. The replies are, I just questioned if the moral outrage over drag queens stems more from a place of logic and reasonable concern, or more from a place of disgust and visceral view of drag, because there are actual kids in the world who need that genuine care, and it's not because of friggin' drag. Oh, what, care being molested? This is the only possible way you could hold this position is if you are a drag queen and you want to have children around you. That is the only fucking way. Because, like, it's like when you talk to people from the furry fandom. An honest furry will tell you that the furry fandom is porn. It exists for porn. It was made for porn. It's for pornographers and clients buying pornography to get together. And now they have conventions where they find each other and fuck each other, sometimes in their costumes. And it's porn all the way fucking through. And an honest furry will tell you that bringing children to a furry convention is completely and totally inappropriate. Drag queens, Lilith Lovett should say the exact same fucking thing. Like, yes, they like to walk around in a dress. No, they should not be let near children. That would be the honest thing to say. But they don't want to have that association between being like a femboy or a drag queen and with being a pedophile. And yes, this is probably an extremely unpopular view amongst some in my audience, but I just have to say it. Like, yeah, I know I'll eat shit for it eventually, but I have to say it because my interests are intertwined with it. And as for drag is inherently sexual, I don't think it is. Maybe it was at some point, but now it's within the mainstream. Drag seems to be nothing but just performance now. Like, analingus is fucking in the mainstream now. People keep talking about eating ass, but it's still sexual. And plus, I imagine I'm getting worked up. And plus, I'd imagine what few library readings that do occur for how insanely publicized they are, parents are attending. It's a public library in broad daylight and open to everyone. Calm the F down. I'm sorry, but look at this fucking kid. It doesn't matter that this mentally damaged young woman has decided to send her child to meet this insanely creepy old man. But the kid obviously, look at look at that kid's face. He's in a fucking LGBTQIP plus like skirt onesie piece thing, and he just fucking knows that this is fucked up, Mom. This is fucked up. I want to go play Pokemon. I want to go sit in my room and not be molested, Mom. Why are you doing this? It doesn't matter that she's attending. That kid is fucking scarred now. It's just ridiculous. But after I started making fun of them for it on Twitter, it comes out and says, I was wrong. People were right to be cautious. It just seems like a homophobic moral outrage from Poe. Oh, Poe. At the time of writing the original tweet, I take the L and have deleted the tweet. And they say more than that, by the way. They go on to say, it would have been easy to just block everyone criticizing and ignore until people forgot. I could have baited people further by posting pre-statistics, but it wouldn't have been the right thing to do, especially after I took some time to think about it and self-reflect. More like, took some time to think about it from a damage control perspective, decided ignoring it would be the wrong thing to do, so I decided to get out in front and just say, I take the L. I take the L. I'm not convinced. And the one thing that they said that really pisses me off now is God, is it not a part of this tweet chain? There was one where Lilith says something to the effect of, that's just your opinion and we'll have to agree to disagree now. You know what I mean? Like, sure, this is wrong to a lot of people. This is morally reprehensible to a lot of people, but we'll just have to agree to disagree. And all that means when people like to say that is like, sure, it bothers you, but I don't care, and I'm not going to do anything about it, and go fuck yourself. That's not agreeing to disagree. That's like when two people have opinions about what to do with themselves, and they disagree. When you have something that is increasingly exposure vector of children to pedophiles, and you take issue with it, and then people, a part of that culture, don't take issue with it, all they're saying is, I'm going to continue to do this anyways, and I don't care. And by the way, I was trying to find more tweets from Lilith, and they have such a great fucking level of defense that I've never seen before. If you don't know, Lilith Lovett is also a she-male porn star from fucking Thailand or some shit. And if you try to search Lilith Lovett and try to find tweets and shit, all you find are pictures of their dick. It's really fucking annoying. What I did find while trying to find old tweets is that they deleted a ton of their old messages. A lot of tweets that were around just a couple months ago, primarily anything from 2020, were deleted within the last week. I found Google caches of certain messages that were deleted, that were cached still present on Twitter as of March 14th this year. So less than a week ago, but now we're suddenly fucking gone. They're burning all their old messages, partly because it's shit like this. The fate of all white boys now that Joe Biden is president. And it's like BBC porn with Link from Zelda and shit. And it's like, so they have like this huge collection of BBC interracial gay rape pornography on their fucking computer that they just pull up for comedic purposes on their Twitter, and they just joke about white people being raped and white men being raped by men, and their fucking retard fans like that shit, and they find it funny. Retard fans like Short Fat Otaku and Count Dankula, who both follow Lilith Lovett, and I don't understand it. I want to make this clear. If you are someone who considers themselves right-wing, and you follow trannies, and you listen to trannies, and you let trannies tell you shit, you are letting a degenerate cyst infect you. You're willingly submitting yourself to the propaganda of a sexual deviant who was molested and who cannot be fixed and inherently cannot be based at any point in time. And I really fucking hate seeing people that I like subscribing to the feeds of degenerate, race-based rape enthusiasts like Lilith Lovett. And I just fucking hate it. It's like, stop. Detach yourself from these parasite influences. It's truly vile. In particular, I want to say, I don't know anything about Short Fat Otaku, but Short Fat Otaku is here is like, if you're outraged by one of these stories, and this is in defense of Lovett, after they decided that, yeah, this is probably not a good look to say that I support drag queen story out, or if Short Fat Otaku, who has a girlfriend, comes out and says, if you're outraged at one of these stories but not the other, then you're a shit person whose tribal politics is more important to you than the harm done to actual children. Like, can we stop scapegoating priests to excuse trannies? Do you know what those priests are when they rape children? They're gay. Do you know why they went into priesthood? Because they thought that they were gay, and they wanted to repent for being gay, so they entered a religious organization that prohibited sex, thinking that God would cure them of being gay, and then they raped children while being gay, and also happening to try and isolate themselves from sex. They are the same fucking thing. The drag queen storytime people are just gay men who have found a different vector to be alone with young boys than the priests in the Catholic Church. It's the same fucking thing. And the fact that people on the right who are trying to defend their favorite she-male, dick girl, male rapist personality who they jerk off to, guarantee you, by the way, if anyone knows Short Fat Otaku's girlfriend, tell her to search his computer, because he jerks off to this fucking tranny, and she'll find his dick pics on Short Fat Otaku's laptop. And it's just fucking vile, and it goes back and forth, and then Short Fat Otaku has an account on the forum, and he's like, I'm not romantically interested in Lilith, we're just friends, bro, it's just a bro job, bro. It's just fucking vile. And then Dankula is the worst. Dankula is a father now. Congratulations. I think her name is Sadi. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's Scottish. He's now the father of a daughter, and he and his girlfriend had been together for a long time, completely monogamous. They're both like all fucked up on tattoos with earrings and gauges and shit. It's just awful to look at. But I like Dankula. I think he's funny. The only interaction I had with him was talking to him when he did the Chris interview. But he came across very genuine, and he was very nice to Chris, and he understood the situation, handled it appropriately. I like Dankula, which is why it really bothers me to look at his timeline and see all the gay porn he likes. And I feel like, I don't know if he thinks it's like a joke or what. I don't know how his girlfriend doesn't take issue with it. If you're sitting there following Lilith Lovett and liking tweets like this about gay male interracial rape, and then you're also like a father, and you're going to be involved with this woman for the rest of your fucking life, like, how does she stand it? Is she like a doormat or what? Because if they're thinking that this is normal, and that Count Dankula, on the path that he's on right now, and I even sent him a message once. I'm like, please don't turn into a tranny. Now that you have a kid on your way, please not turn into a tranny. But at some point, if he continues to like allow himself to jerk off to like tranny porn as a fucking meme, because I've been in his Discord, and he's got trannies as Discord admins, and he's got trannies posting all sorts of tranny porn and the fucking million tranny dick girl channels that he has set up on his Discord. If he's intentionally exposing himself to that, there's like a serious risk that he's going to become like a 40-year-old tranny. Like, that's how it happens. Those 40-year-old trannies are like habitual coomers, porn addicts, who expose themselves to people like Lilith Lovett. They chase after Lilith Lovett, And then when they're 40 and they can't milk their prostate anymore by just watching porn, they take on the fetish as their entire lifestyle. And you can kick that 30 years down the road by molesting a kid. So that's what happens to Lil Pavette. That's why they become a she-male like at 14, because they got molested, and that makes them predisposed to it. But for normal people who grew up straight and were introduced into pornography in their late teens, early 20s, it takes about 20 years for that to happen. So I completely believe that if he wants to be a good father, which I hope he does, and if he wants to be a good husband, which I hope he does, he'll stop. He'll disconnect himself from these fucking pestilence and focus on his family. Because that's what I have hope for him. So, chat, I've downloaded a video of a black woman, Dominique Johnson, playing organ music. So please join me in some gospel prayer. Dankula, you have to let it go, Dankula. Stop following the femboys, Dankula. Praise Jesus. Guide this soul away from the tranny demons, Jesus. Let this Scottish lamb find his way to the pastures of Christ. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you. It is very hard for me to put on like a thing like that, but I hope I did. I hope I hope my prayers find its to base Black Jesus, who's going to save Dankula from the trans demons. Dankula forgetting that Josh existed and finding this sermon. Oh my god. Holy shit, the copy pot. Oh no. Oh my god, fuck. Why is this gone now? What's funny is that someone reposted that copy pot. Oh, there. Why can I not open this? If I open it, it says it's not allowed. I can. It says anonymous caller does not have storage.object.get access to Google Cloud storage object. Paste it again as an image. That's not this. Oh, there it is. The fucking thing is actually the exact picture that we were talking about. That's why it reminded me of it. It's the same fucking thing. Quote from the copy pasta. Jesus, this stuff must be terrifying. The reason young children have a fear of clowns is because clowns are a distortion of the human shape. Young children and babies know instinctively what humans look like. And when they see a clown, they see a human shape, but they recognize it beyond its familiar shape. It terrifies them. It's a distortion of what they know to be instinctually true. Look at that kid. She, hard to tell because of the progressive mom, is absolutely terrified. She knows what she's looking at, smells and sounds like a man, but the clownish application of makeup and ridiculous hair and dress make the man sinister and foreign. The drag queen is deep into the uncanny valley, and the little girl knows that she is looking at what she is looking at is not what she is trying to look like. She doesn't have the intellectual capacity to understand gender critical theory. So all she sees is a deception. Her instincts are kicking in, telling her that this thing in front of her is not what it claims to be. She can't comprehend what's going on. So all she can know is that something is attempting to take the form of a human woman that she knows is in fact not a human woman. Look at her face. Look at her apprehension. She is deep into uncanny valley and she doesn't want to step any further. Her colorophobia, which I'm assuming is fear of clowns, is kicking in, and all she can recognize is that she is witnessing something that is grotesquely non-human. And her mother is just blindly smiling behind her, gleefully pushing her into the belly of the beast. So that is why I thought of this copy pasta, because that is actually the exact same fucking image from the exact same fucking site. And it reminded me of it. Well, there we go.